what's up everybody? It's your girl Dinisa, aka Didi, and this is my YouTube channel, Didi Says. So now I'm back with another video. So as always, if you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. If you like this video as you're watching, make sure you give it a thumbs up, click the subscribe button, and click the notification bell so you don't miss any more of my videos. So hey y'all, hey, happy Wednesday. Today we have for you a lovely topic. If you are new here, I post twice a week. Wednesday and Sunday. Wednesday is like a random video. Sunday is a vlog. I rarely mention this, but if you want to support me on any other channels, it's Didi Said So. I'm back on Snapchat. So Snapchat, Instagram, I think Facebook, obviously TikTok, Didi Said So. Definitely link up. Send me messages. Say, hey, how you doing? Very friendly to a certain extent. Definitely, as always, write in the comments, share this video with anyone. So lately, some of our topics that we have been talking about. We talked about tips on how to be more confident. We talked about 20 solo date nights. I think that was last week. And we talked about how to navigate in your alone era. And I realized that we were surfacing around like singledom. And I was literally, okay, just a disclaimer, this is going to be like a little chat session. I ain't got no notes, ain't got no pen, ain't got no paper, ain't got no pad, just straight off the dome. So whatever's going to say going to be said. So hopefully it's a short video, something you could just pop on real quick while you, I would say driving home, because I do post these kind of late. It's going to be, I tell you it's a short video, and then next thing you know it's 20 minutes. We just gonna see. We gonna play it by ear. But I don't like being single. This is just like a confession. It's not something that I'm just so happy with. But after the last situationship that I was in, I felt like I need to be single for a little bit more. Like, God, please don't send my husband right now, because I may ignore him. I may tell him to turn around and walk away. So don't let nobody approach me. Also, y'all, I kind of curled my hair, and you can see my part is not really parting. My hair is so thick. Like I told y'all, this is a chat session. We ain't even got to the topic yet. My hair is so thick, and I really be trying to do a little bit something so I don't be looking too darn kingish. But the naps is definitely napping. I am part of the creamy crack community, and I haven't had one in at least about 2 months. I don't know if that's enough for it to like be permed out, and maybe I should go natural, but that's neither here nor there. I need to touch on my stylist and be like, you see this? I need assistance. But anywho, sorry y'all. Today's topic, so I was on live the other day, and I was like, what should I talk about on my live? And they wanted me to talk about being friends with exes. So this is gonna be like a little mini slideshow, I guess, of story times over some of the friendships or non-friendships that I had with exes. So even though I ain't got no notes, the first thing that you need to do is find out, okay, like I told y'all, I'm all over the place. Bear with me. I had one person comment, I would never be friends with somebody I date. And a lot of people, and then another section said, it depends. It depends because, I guess, like, if I was in a relationship with somebody and they cheated on me, I don't think I would so more likely want to be friends with them. If it was like a relationship that we ended amicably and we both can talk and converse. Now, my situation is a little bit different from others. For anybody who doesn't know, I'm a virgin, saving myself to marriage. So dating for me, I feel like it's a little bit harder, even though dating in general is probably hard, because I date to marry. So when I'm in relationships with people, and some of them are situationships, if they don't know that marriage is the end goal, then why are we talking? But I mentioned that to say that I don't have intercourse with this person. Now, if you are with somebody, you have intercourse with them, I don't think that you want to necessarily be attached with them on a friend level after that. I have one ex. If you've been in my life before, I call him my favorite ex. His name is T. I met T when I was like a teenager. We tried to talk when I was 16. He was 19. He was 3 years older than me. And back then, even now, depending on where you at, it was kind of like even though it was only 3 years apart, I think it's the fact that I was still in high school, he was out of high school. It was 3 years. So, back then they was like, my mom was like, no, his mom was like, no. And also back then, the west side and the south side, I stay in Chicago for those who don't know. It felt like two different states when I was 16, 17. It felt like two different areas. It wasn't like I was just hopping on the trains and bus to go out south. So what happened was his family picked up and moved to the south side, and that's where we lost contact. We ended up regaining contact, and we tried twice, and it didn't work. I know you're probably like, why he your favorite ex? Because, I don't know, he just is. I can't explain it. And the thing about it is, although he's my favorite ex, somebody was like, favorite ex? That's crazy. Some of us have them. If you don't, I don't know what else to tell you. But anywho, although he's my favorite ex, I don't think we would ever be able to get back together because he wouldn't have had a baby with somebody else. And I feel like if I can't have my first with my favorite, what are we doing here? But also, another reason why we're probably not together is because he's the same person he was when we were dating, and I don't think he's ever gonna change. I love him as a person, I love him as a friend, and that's like really one of my only exes that I like want to be friends with. But I don't think he would ever be the person I need him to be as far as like a husband, future father of my kids. So that's neither here nor there. The big cojones. My last relationship, which was my longest relationship, ended due to infidelity, and I know a lot of people thought I was crazy, but I kept talking to him after that because I literally talked to this man every day for 4 years, except for the occasions where I went on my cruises. And it wasn't like I talked to him like, oh, I miss you, can't wait to see you. It's just kind of like, I really didn't have a lot of friends during the breakup time, and I think I don't want to say it took me a long time to get over it, but when we were friends, we was cool. The reason why we stopped being friends, this part of story time, the reason why we stopped being friends is because he thought that he was still supposed to get privileges that he got when I was his girlfriend because we were still friends. And that's when I knew I had to cut it off, because you ain't gonna use and abuse me and still try to take advantage of me. Here's the story. So after we broke up, I wouldn't, okay, this is the story, or this is the thing. One day it snowed really bad in Chicago, and my car got stuck. I didn't know who else to call, so I called him. He helped me get my car unstuck, right? And we had little conversations after that, because the reason why I couldn't fully be his friend is because he was still talking to the girl he cheated on me with, and he thought I wanted to be his friend. Like, sir, no. Like, he knew that he was in the wrong. He didn't mind getting caught, I guess, in that sense. And he knew that, like, it was over for us. And I was just like, now looking back on it, I'm like, it was so easy for you to, like, not even fight. You didn't care. You didn't care at all. But he called me and asked me to borrow money one day. And I want to say, ask Miss Thing. Like, ain't y'all together, or ain't y'all, like, more acquainted than we are? Like, why are you calling to ask me? And he hit me with I thought we was friends. That's what we do. Friends help each other out. Baby, I want to flip a table. Like, no, that's not what we do. I was like, you know what? That's it right there. I don't want to be a friend. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to see you. I mean, I want to see him like that anyway. I don't want to be associated. Like, I don't know why that was the deal breaker. Like, you asking me for money, because that tap dance on my nerve. That is one thing that would surefire ruin a friendship for me, aside from ex, a girl that's a friend, family, whatever it is. You owe me money, or you ask me for money when we're not in a place for you to even do that. Don't do that. Now, if I see him, I'm cordial, I'll speak. But I need to do, sidebar, I need to do another Q&A. So also, I think my next video, while we just talking and chit-chatting, is going to be a Q&A. The last Q&A I did was like 3 years ago when I first started my channel, and one of the questions was asked was like, would you be friends with your ex? Or like, and I was like, yeah, we'll be friends, but we'll never be back together. So I think with my instances, not all of them ended amicably, and some of them, like, I wish they would fall down some stairs. And I know that's not right to be thinking, but if you had like a really, like, if your partner was violent, verbally, physically, emotionally, if your partner cheated on you multiple times, or certain in that sense where you felt like you needed to X them out of life, everybody be like, they're X for a reason, they're X for a reason. I get that, but some exes are meant to be friends. They weren't meant to make it to the boyfriend. They weren't meant to make it to the girlfriend stage. Like, y'all should have just started off as friends, and then maybe y'all be cool now. I say this like I got a lot of exes because a lot of them were situationships, but I think it's a couple of them that I tried to be cordial with, and they was doing too much. I had one that was overly sexual. He was just like, oh, when they would see you, hug up on you. Like, sir, you barely hugged up on me when we was together. You ain't gonna hug up on me now. And he still, like, every couple of years, he still pop up out the woodworks like, hey, how you doing? You still a V? You still, like, don't worry about me, sweetheart. Go have a good day with you and your kids and your 2 girlfriends over there. Another one, he like, I don't think it was right after we got out of a relationship, but like I ran into him one day at Chuck E. Cheese, and he was with his fiance who was currently pregnant, and they had 2 kids. I won't be surprised if they have more kids. But also, sidebar, running into your ex when you don't look the best is the worst. But running into him when you look gooder in the mud, when I tell you that man looked tired, like his eyes had luggage, not bags. They had luggage under them. And I don't know why that made me smile. Because although we really didn't end on bad terms, we kind of did. And it was just like, look at you now. And look at me. You look like, no. I look like, no, I'm just kidding. I'm going to wrap this up because we coming up on 11 minutes. And I said it was short. But definitely write in the comments more topics that y'all want me to talk about. And I promise you the next topic won't be like all over the place. I'm going to actually write notes or whatever. But I want this to be like a little chit chat. And y'all know sometimes when you're telling a story, your mind goes everywhere. Write topics in the comments that you want to hear me talk about. Write in the comments if you will be friends with your ex. Are you friends with a current ex? And I almost forgot. Someone asked me, and I guess this video gonna go on a little bit longer. Someone asked me, how do you feel about your partner being friends with their ex? Now, remember when I said earlier, I was like, it's different for me because I don't have relations with any other people. But if you had relations with an ex, you shouldn't be trying to be friends with them if you're in a new relationship. Good thing about favorite ex, and his birthday coming up too, y'all, but don't mind that. The good thing about favorite ex is whenever I was in a relationship, we didn't talk. Whenever he was in a relationship, we didn't talk. Like, we respected each other's relationships because I felt like we were better as friends. Like, you ever, like, dated somebody and you wanted them to be the person. You wanted them to be the person that you need them to be. And they just wasn't. Or they couldn't be for you. Like, they could do that for somebody else, but they couldn't do it for you. That's why, like, when people in a relationship should be with somebody for, like, 4 years, the whole 4 years, you're like, I want to get married, I want to get married, I want you to do this, da da da. And you break up, and then like he goes off and marries somebody that he's only known for 6 months. That's the definition of if he wanted to, he would. So it's just like, don't beat yourself up. Now you just know, don't be wasting 4 years with the next person. Like, if you say you make your intentions known and they don't follow up with that, then pack your bags and leave. But that's a different thing. But I don't think I could be cool with my partner being friends with his ex. Having female friends, that's different. But, and it has to be a female friend that you've known since y'all was growing up. It has to be a female friend that I can feel myself comfortable hanging out with us together. I don't really think that y'all should feel comfortable hanging out separately. But, like, that topic is finicky when you start to deal with insecurity and you start to deal with jealousy. They think because you don't want your partner to go out with someone of the opposite sex that you're jealous or you're insecure. No. Yeah, you may trust your partner, but you don't know what the other person is up to. And even if you trust your partner, they may have a slip up. They may have a glass or something. And next thing you know, there's a baby on the way. And I know that's an extreme scenario, but I'm just saying, if you in a relationship, you shouldn't be talking to your exes. Like, it should be done because you're like, that's when they are ex for a reason. Like, if y'all was that meant to be in each other's lives, then y'all would be. The only exception is if you have children and you're co-parenting. And the only reason you need to be talking to this individual is if you're talking about your kids. You don't need to be dropping by her house when the kids ain't there. You don't need to be dropping by his house when his girl not there. Y'all don't need to be out having dinner. Like, none of that. But I'm going to wrap it up. I think this was a good topic. Thank you to Wi-Fi for bringing this topic. I thought it was really interesting. I mean, I don't mind being friends with my ex as long as the situation of us breaking up wasn't like detrimental to my life where I just like really dislike them. I don't like to say hate, but I would really dislike somebody. But like, it's different for everybody. Somebody was like, if I date you, And then, I mean, like, we're talking about being friends. I'm not talking about getting back in a relationship with them. So some people feel like it's the same thing. But in the words of Wi-Fi, he says, I will not date somebody. I would not be friends with somebody I date. And he didn't mention sexual relations because, I mean, that wasn't a topic. But, like, date could be like you took them out on a couple of dates. Like, you wouldn't be friends with somebody that y'all see that it wasn't going to work as a relationship, but y'all could be better as friends. I digress. Y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments. As always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Click the subscribe button so you don't miss. Click the subscribe button so I know you like the video. Subscribe, y'all. Subscribe. What are you waiting on? Subscribe. And click the notification bell so you don't miss any more of my videos. I'll see y'all next week with a new topic. Y'all have a great week on purpose. Why? Because Didi said so. Love y'all. See you.